Hi, I'm Shelby, um, and here we have Joey. He is a mid to late teens gelding, Appaloosa gelding. Retired early thanks to EDM, so he is a bit neurologic, so we do not trot, but I can show kind of his walk, then we'll get his vitals and get started. Come on.
So walking away from the camera, we can notice Joey deviates a little bit to the left in the hind end as he's traveling forward, and he short steps on his right limb. His body also seems canted a little bit to the left. And in coming towards us, he does pedal out in the forehand quite a bit, and his hindquarters seems to deviate left and right every few strides. Going from left to right, we notice he's stepping more diagonal with a right pair in walking forward. He is slow to maneuver a turn, going from right to left, and we notice he's a little bit more exaggerated in his lateral movement, left side and right side. But worth noting, both strides are equal. Joey exhibits muscle atrophy due to his EDM, but he is equal in both the SI joints, his hindquarters, and his shoulders.
I'm going to switch sides here. So now that we've switched sides, I'm going to go ahead and get his vitals here. So heart rate there was 36, which is normal. Do respiration. So respiration was 12, which is also within the normal limit. Down. All right, capillary refill is less than 3 seconds, which is ideal. The mucous membranes are also pink and moist, which indicates good hydration. Skin tinting also stimulates good hydration. All right. So now we're going to get started with checking his points and kind of getting a feel for range of motion. So I'm going to start by checking out his head. You know I'm okay. Chewing here. Looking at TMJ. Check the other side here. And clicking in that side as well. So that's good. And I'm going to start off by doing the forelimb here. Second flexor, extensor, flexor. You feel good, no tension there. Flexors, feel really good. Pick it up. Our fetlock, a little bit tight. He is older and arthritic. Our knee. He's a little bit better. We're going to check our drop in our shoulder. And that's good. I feel a little bit of tension. But nothing that's too extreme or indicates a major problem for his age and the fact that he is fully retired. Sensors. A little bit of tension in this cycle, but nothing super bad. Hi, bud. That lot. We're pretty tight. We're a little bit tight. But again, spatial awareness is kind of a problem for him, so I'm not too overly concerned. I need you to go. All right. Now, let me tie him up. Now that I got his friend tied up, I'm going to go ahead and put range of motion in his neck here. That was practice. They both feel pretty equal. Okay. I do feel a bit of a knot or pressure stress point in there. Flexion overall isn't too bad. Back up here. Wait. Now I'm going to get a feel brachiocephalic. So he's got stress point that I felt in here. Got a little bit of arthritis. Yeah, a little bit of an arthritis prominence right in here in his neck. So I won't worry about that too much. Got a little bit of one right in here. A little bit of a eye blinking, nose twitching, rapid eye blink. Did sigh there a little bit, so I'll consider that a little bit of a release and tension. Go down. Real tight, tense, kind of leading in the lower nuchal ligament. Plus his trapezius. He does have a lot of muscle atrophy due to the early retirement. He hasn't been in work for over a year. Nutrition, he could probably use some more groceries, but we are getting into winter, so that's a little bit of a factor as well. Good boy. Not feeling any tension over the back or the ribs. There's a little bit of a blinking, a little bit of an extra couple breaths in there, a couple rapid breaths, maybe a little bit of discomfort feeling. Down a oblique, there's quite a bit of rapid blinking. Checking in with me, a little bit of some ear twitching. Oh, a little bit of a stress point, tightness, tension. But overall, for being retired, he actually doesn't feel too bad. Not having any body work, no PMS, no nothing. We'll come up here, check your hindquarters, thigh. A little bit of some tension here. You have some sighing, some rapid blinking to indicate that there's a little bit of some feeling in there. You feel a little bit of a stress point or fascial knot, muscle tension up in here. Nothing really on the medial aspect nor the caudal. More on the outside or the lateral. Nothing really to feel in there as well. Back here, tie in to the stifle. Not feeling anything there as well. That all feels pretty loose. So overall, he doesn't feel too bad. So we'll switch over to the next side. Now we'll do the same thing to this side. All right. Up here, and that still feels pretty good. I'm gonna check his hand J again. Yeah, I'm not feeling any grinding. Check your range of motion through your neck. Got a little bit of stiffness through the mid neck, but that's where we noticed the arthritic protrusion from the other side. So we could have a little bit of that going on. Sorry, I don't have a very long neck. Start from the top. Aggressive. Does have a little bit of a stress point, fascial knot, muscle knot in here. Quite a bit of tension. It's obviously a little bit uncomfortable with me touching it. So we'll kind of continue on. Okay. I'm not feeling too much, just some arthritis up in here, some bony prominences, but not really anything muscle related, and I don't want to dig too deep and make him too sore with it, since he's never had body work before. A little bit of a reaction there. Eye blink, some subtle jawing. You feel a bit of one here. Check our flexor. Center. Okay. Ask him for this foot. Back lock range of motion is pretty good. Pretty good. I do feel some clicking, but range of motion is good. Shoulder does drop down. Wait. Sorry, there are some gunshots going off. Makes me a little nervous. Next, we'll move on to the abdominals. They feel pretty good. Feel really anything is there. Thoracic. Longus, dorsi. Not really feeling any issues there. So it is quite smaller. Feeling anything through here. There's a little bit of movement. There's some rapid blinking. Holding his breath a little bit. Ear twitching, swallowing. I do definitely feel some tension in here. He does compensate quite a bit in his hindquarters and floats a little bit with movement. His coordination is definitely diminished due to lack of working core strength. And that's been kind of a normal thing for him. He's been pretty stable for the last 5 or 6 months, so no issues there. Now we'll move on here. Rapid blinking, chewing, clicking. It's really fast. Yeah, quite a bit of sighing, clicking, chewing, kind of stretching, diverting attention. So I'm not feeling anything over the hindquarter here. It's a little bit atrophied, but it all feels nice and loose. Okay. Hey. Can I ask you to divert this boy? A little bit of crackling in this hop here as he turned. Again, on the older side, retired, so probably a little bit arthritic. As I run down the semitendinosus, semimembranosus, I don't feel anything there. A little bit of some sighing and whatnot there. There is a tension knot in here. Check. There's tension. Everything feels pretty good there. I'll check around that cycle. Feel anything there. Let's check our movement or our flexion here. Okay, pretty good flexion there. That locks nice and loose. Hop and range of motion is quite increased, so he feels really good in that. Let him put that back down. There you go. I'm going to check his tail range of motion here and adjust. So he does let me take it. There's a little bit of a tail pull, but not much. It is very weak. So is the tone and definition from this hind quarter. He's definitely whacking a little bit through the hind quarter. And again, he does have EDM, so degenerative. So that's kind of part of our concerns with him. But overall, he is doing quite well.